Press button number 1. It already highlights on EQ. Press button number 4 for go. Next. Next. Start.
Found a mystery pipe. I have to try to figure out what that's for later. Here's the oldest panels. And then here's our new panel setup. The 3 on the right are old panels. They don't produce that much. The 3 panels on the left are brand new, and they actually produce 3 times more volts than those 3 and the ones on the pole combined. So yeah, technology's come a long way. So today we're on the homestead. In fact, we're pretty much on the homestead all the time. We do go down to Phoenix twice a week. The wife has a job where she has to go in twice a week. But then for the rest of the week, she works remotely from home. And that's really sweet because we live about 2 hours away from her job, north of it. So today we're working on the solar a little bit and gonna have an adventure later to go get some manure. Yeah, it's gonna be a shitty video. I don't know, should I do this more like HDP? Yeah, and then I can just bobble my head around like. That's really kind of hard to do. He must work really hard to do that. So, a lot of you don't know, but I broke my ankle, and I did it while moving here. We used to live in an apartment, and so we're moving all our stuff out, and I was about to come up here with a load of stuff in the back of my truck. And right in front of our apartment is a sidewalk, and then there's a little grassy area, and then there's the parking area. Right now you can use the sidewalk to go all the way around, but it's just easier to cut through the little grassy area, but it's kind of like a ditch. So well, loading up the truck, I slipped and foot went one way and my ankle went the other, and I was wearing sandals, which was really stupid on my part. Live and learn. But luckily we had insurance and we had Aflac, and Aflac paid us cash after everything had been taken care of, so we had some extra money to take care of improving the solar and a few other little improvements here and there. There's my truck, by the way. I guess I haven't shared very much of that, but yeah, it's been fun. It's been a learning experience. I hope to have plenty of video material to go on. There's the house right there. You can see it's a metal roof. There is a rain catchment tank right there, but it doesn't go into the house. So, and it's just this side of the house that has the gutter. There's no gutter on the other side. So half of our rain catchment's being wasted, and that's gonna be a project. I'm gonna try to get this homestead on 100% rainwater catchment. There is no well. There's no possibility of drilling for a well here. So right now we're on water haul, which is about $90 a month. It's not horrible, but I would like to be on rain catchment only. Get a first flush system, water filtration, the whole 9 yards. But that's going to take some time. But it's one of the projects. Cool. I tell you though, this solar system wasn't cheap. And the roof project that I want to do with the rain catchment, that's not cheap. And all these other things that I want to do, because some of them I'm going to do myself, some I can't, especially now that I broke my ankle. But who knew living free was going to be so damn expensive? This is from our rain catchment tank, and right now we're having to fill up these water jugs for the toilet.
Roxy thinks the water tastes good.
Yep. The reason for that, well, we have a water pump and it works, but something's wrong with it, and we think it's damaged because it is drawing way too much power, more than it should. I believe it's drawing around 22 amps and it's constantly turning on even when we're not using the water. So we're gonna have to get that replaced, and until then we keep it off because it technically drains our batteries from the solar system. So yeah, that's gonna be probably another $500 fix. So I'm getting around. I broke it on, I think it was November 4th. And it's in the hospital for quite a while. Surgery. And I have more hardware in there now. Boy, I'm never getting through a metal detector without them going off anymore. It has been a long few months, but at least I'm 100% weight bearing in the boot. I got about another month before I can be 100% weight bearing without the boot, and then I've got about 6 to 8 months of physical therapy after that. So it's been a long road, and I still got a long road to go, but we'll get it done. Look at this shit. Can't even escape it out here. They still spray. Not as much as in the city, but we still get them spraying. And right there's the difference between a chemtrail and a contrail. Look at that. Boy, they're all over the place today, though. Will they hit? Will they hit? Will they collide?
Oh.
No.
GPS signal lost.
So hey, look who's joined me. It's Grandma Stinger.
Yes, hi.
I just surprised her.
Talking to.
Oh, you're talking to everybody on YouTube.
Okay.
Yep. So we are off on our way to get a load of manure from alpacas. Hopefully they are super poopers. Right now we just left the front gate of the inner gate of our property, and now you will see our driveway to the rest of our property. So we definitely got some work to do out here as well. You'll see these round cement culverts. They need to be dug and planted into right here.
To your left, there's cattle.
Yeah, we got cows on our property. But, oh, we've got a lot of cows over there. Oh, yeah.
Made themselves at home today.
Yeah. Well, we do have a lot of plain grass that they can chow down on. Oh boy, hello. Move it, please. These unfortunately are not our cows, but they do like to come on our property and fertilize the land. And over here is some more cement culverts that we need to also put here, because we have 2 streams that run through our property and wash the road out, and so that's going to be a project. And here's our front gate. We also have some fence repair to do, a little bit. This is all our fence, and as you can see, we got some fence damage right there, and that's the main reason why the cattle are getting into our yard. All that, and we leave the front gate open. But we might as well let them in the front gate rather than them damaging the fence any more than it already is. So the wife's driving my truck, and I mean, I can drive, but it's kind of a pain in the boot because I have to take the boot off and put on a sandal, and it's not worth it. And we're coming up on the watering hole. This is where most of the cattle usually come and drink up. And it rained a little while ago, so it's still a little bit soggy, but not nearly as bad as it was. So we're driving on I-40, and I just realized, I hope all that manure that we're going to go get doesn't fly out on our way back, because it's like 5 miles on the freeway on I-40, and we forgot to bring a tarp to put over it. So one of those, we'll chalk it up to one of those lessons learned for, you know, new homestead and stuff. Bring a tarp. Always have a tarp. I used to always have a tarp in this truck too, but we took it out for something and we didn't put it back.
For the wood.
For what?
The wood.
Oh, for the wood, when we got wood for the wood store.
It's tight.
It is.
I did it. Oh, look.
Alpacas. They kind of look like llamas, or are those the llamas?
I think the white ones are the llamas.
Mm.
Yeah.
We have Verizon.
We have Verizon.
I keep thinking about the other ones, but I'm just not sure. So I haven't done
You think Verizon would work?
Verizon is,
Oh yeah.
it's the same thing I was talking about. We either do the satellite internet or we do the cell phone internet.
No,
Which-
I have a little comes on my cell bill, but it's telephone number, but it's a MiFi. You can stand out here if I turn it on and you can do internet.
Yeah. There you go. That's
and
what
but the phones by themselves are able to do that. We only use it for the computer. I work in the computer, and sometimes I telecommunicate. So that's why I use it. We're gonna get that. That's why I need to do it. Not today. She's half llama, so her fiber is really rough, where the others are quite soft. But you make pretty. Yeah, you do. You make real pretty. All those colors together make the most beautiful color when you spin it all together. It's called a rose gray. And the others are pretty much the color they are. But hers spins up to a rose gray. Which I have a rose gray over here. I'll show to you. Show you the color. But you can only shear them about once every other year, and they are not as hardy as the wakayas. The wakayas lay out here when it's snowing, and all you see is a lump in the snow, and then they stand up and shake it off. It doesn't even melt because they are so insulated.
Wow.
These guys, along their backs, they get sunburns. I mean, it just lays and they just get like a part in your hair, you know? They're beautiful, but they're really bitches. Their personalities can be horrendous.
What about this little guy? He's cute.
Oh, he's one of my babies from this year. This is Eglantine. And she says, no, I don't know you today. Her baby is the one with the black face right there. Oh. And then the little girl with the black eyes is the white one's baby.
Oh, wow.
And the gray is the gray's baby. And then little Velvet's nursing on her mom over there. If you look at the big gray at an angle, you'll see that she is red. And she spins up a rose.
Pretty.
Red.
Oh,
so pretty. Yeah.
Are you photogenic?
Oh yeah, they take pretty pictures.
Hi there.
They eat alfalfa, and then I give them, in fact they might come to it, I'll give them some. I give them sweet feed when they're nursing, when they're pregnant, or if one of them's ill. It's just extra protein and stuff to help them get better. Hey Velvet, you want some Velvet? I doubt it, but you can have some if you want it. Hey, you're being mean. Brat, here. No, they're just being mean. I feed them this every day because they're nursing babies, but they're just being twits. Give them a little bit. Hey Velvet, just stick your head down there. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. They spit at me. Put your little head down there. I know, you're so little. You're the youngest of the bunch. So pretty. And my boys are over there. Hey! This stuff stinks.
So what'd you get?
Oh, I'm gonna dig it out.
Yeah, I want to see it.
2 of these. And there's another one here somewhere. Yes. And this is the natural color from one of the alpacas that's that color.
The gray one
The
that
gray
had the
one.
baby out there.
Okay, it must be.
Oh.
So I don't have to, there's no dyes in here. This is it. This is
Yeah.
the color. And she had beige and she had brown that are natural colors too. But yeah, so whoever gets socks from these better never lose them. Oh, I forgot to ask her how they should be washed, but maybe it says on here.
If there's nothing else, we can always call her. We have her phone number.
That's true.
Yep. said we can call or text anytime, and we love helping out the neighbors and teaching them things and whatever.
And shearing season is in April, last week of April, if we want to help.
Yep.
Oh, they probably could use some help.
Oh yeah, they always need help, they said.
Huh.
But we're a little bit full of shit right now.
But by then, it may not be that way.
Yeah. So we talked to them a little bit about their gardening situation, and apparently they complained about the rocks in the soil and the clay in the soil and stuff like that. But they haven't heard of the Back to Eden gardening method, and that's what we're gonna be trying, which is supposed to create new soil and supposed to be really good in rocky soil. So I'm looking forward to trying that. We just got to find a supplier of wood chips, and the one that we thought we found won't deliver to our house because it's too remote. So we're gonna have to find another one or go get a truckload of it, and I don't know how many truckloads that's gonna take, but it should be interesting. Right.
So he doesn't, he said depends on how the monsoons are.
Right, yeah, he wasn't the garden person though. They said that she was more into that, so that's probably why he didn't know too much about it. But yeah, I would imagine watering your garden out here, if you have to water it all the time, is kind of a pain because you're on water haul or rain catchment, which we're on both of those too. And you know, one of the great things about the Back to Eden gardening method is supposed to be that you don't have to water it too much. So, I mean, that'll be one of those wait and sees, but I'm hopeful.
Yeah. The one person I talked to was very discouraged with her garden setup.
Out here?
Well, I don't know where she lives exactly. I don't think it's out here. I think it's closer to us.
Well, I meant out in Ash Fork area, yeah.
Yeah, in the Ashbrook area. She's also discouraged because of the moles, gophers, or whatever they are.
Yeah, I would imagine that'll be an issue.
That will be an issue.
Well, we'll figure that one out. It's one little thing at a time. Watching the shit fly. So we're gonna lose a little bit. Don't think we're gonna lose too much.
$5 for those gloves.
They had gloves there that were made out of that same stuff.
Yeah, with a deer skin on the palms.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were so soft.
And you know that they were warm. They were soft because it was a fine thread too. It wasn't as thick as what I have here.
If I was gonna shell out $85 for gloves, those would be the ones I'd buy.
Yeah.
They look quality made. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are the kind of gloves that you buy once and they last you 20 years. Like, really, really nice.
Well, right now they look so clean. I am afraid a little bit of wear and tear on them would make them ugly. But a person, if you pay that much money for them, I guess take better care of them.
So this is the side of the house, and from that tree stump right there over to the right there is going to be where we're going to have our garden. The road is right here, so it's a good amount. Of course, this side of the house gets the evening shade. That's why we decided on it. And we're going to lay down some cardboard and then put some manure on top and hopefully get some wood chips later.
Does it need to overlap?
Yes.
holes.
Well, Roxy likes it.
Yeah?
So as you can see, it's coming along nicely, and we're definitely going to have some more area here to do, but we're running out of manure, so we'll probably have to save that for a later time. Alright guys, well that's where I'm going to end the video for today. Thanks for watching, and remember, living free ain't easy, but if it was easy, it wouldn't be no fun. Alright guys, talk to you later.